Hello, good evening and welcome to Snooker Extra extended highlights of the first round of the 2018 Betfred World Snooker Championship. Couple of matches for you tonight. We start with Ding Junhui taking on Xiao Guodong. Ding led 6-3 after the first session, needing just 4 frames to book his place in the last 16. Could he do it nice and early? Let's find out in the company of Alan McManus and John Virgo.
Xiao Guodong breaks off, first frame of this second and final session. And probably a little bit to think about overnight. He won the first 2 frames of this match and would have been very disappointed to go 3 frames behind at the end of that first session. I think maybe Ding Junhui has brought the back of him now, Alan?
Yeah, it's a good point you make, John, because he started very strong, Xiao Guodong. 80 odd the first frame, 50 odd to go 2-0 in front. But the heavy scoring dried up. And what a starter for Ding Junhui, right out the blocks. How still he stayed in that shot.
Pretty good, 69% long pot success. I always think if you're around about the mid-60s, and the reason I say that, because a lot of the long pots are played as a shot for nothing. Every other aspect of the game, I'm looking for 90% or above, and I'm certain the players are. Just got a little bit of work to do here with the cue ball. Got this red to the right centre, but got to control the cue ball, got to find the gap to get back on the black. Couldn't have played it better. Well, our optimistic director already telling you, 2 reds. This is the second black. But whether he can get back on the black now or not is another matter.
16.
In this, he's running to red. Just don't take your eyes off the pot. Trust the luck with position. Well, he found a nice path to get through. Now, he won't be playing the black, and the reason he won't is because that red just below the black near the top cushion, that will interfere with his position. Pink's the better option.
Yes, already, John, that's 2 tricky little reds he's knocked in. He doesn't normally have to play that many of those. His cue ball is so tight
23.
and keeps it under close order. He really looks in good touch just early on here. The hallmark of his game is Ding Junhui's positional play. It's up there, well, at least as good as anyone else in the game.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. And he's got some lovely touches around the pink and black, hasn't he? You know, that red he played before he played the pink, you know, he judged it perfect, the kiss off the second red. But not for the
24.
first time in our commentary career, we give him the dreaded commentator's curse.
Paintball.
Just one small piece of information for our viewers is that the cushions have been recovered
24.
overnight, so that's good news for the players just after 3 days. I think that's a good thing. Back in the day, 10, 15, 20 years ago, I think the tables were only covered once up until the semi-finals, or recovered once.
Pushed the cue ball to the top cushion, felt that the red along the top cushion Ding would refuse, and he's correct. But as always, when you're in this situation, Xiao done well. He could do with the start he had at the beginning of this match. These first couple of frames, very, very important. You feel if Ding Junhui was to get the better of him in the early exchanges, then there'd be no way back. Ding Junhui won't be frightened of the winning line when it starts looming. Not played that well. He's left Ding a couple of tempters here to the left middle.
Yeah, the one on the pink spot line, I just wonder if he could play it screwing it back. There's a shot to nothing. In fact, he's playing the low one, and that is also a shot to nothing. Big shot, this. Oh, that's straight in the heart of the pocket. What a shot. What?
Yeah, he played a similar sort of shot in the first session, and he came out of two cushions, and we know how tight these middle pockets have been playing, but if you hit them right in the middle, nothing's going to stop them going in. So just the start that Ding was looking for here.
8. Nine. $13. $14.
Just okay. It's all about missing the red near the top cushion. Just overdone that slightly. The red in the middle of that
21.
cluster of 5 obviously goes to the right corner. Just 23 points away now from getting to the snooker's required stage. And played that well.
22.
It's hard to see him making a mistake now. He's going to miss the green on the way back. And played it absolutely inch perfect.
27.
Yeah, you have to say, John, you always marvel, don't you? His cue ball control is
28.
it's exemplary. It's such good touch with it, as you said as well. But when you're playing against him, you just think, when's this guy going to run out of position? He just always seems to land the correct side of the next shot.
33.
Even dropping this through for the black to the opposite corner. It's so precise.
34.
There again. Just makes it so much easier, doesn't it?
After this black, just looking for one more red to get to the snooker's required stage.
41. $42.
Yeah, and I was only saying yesterday that it seemed at times that he didn't like playing at the Crucible, but certainly his record over the last few seasons. I thought his semi-final match last year against Mark Selby, which he just lost out on, was one of the classic semi-finals.
47.
And prior to that, the year before, he lost in the final. Well, the red's not gone in, but I don't think there's any way Xiao
47.
Gudong. Well, he may come back to the table only because it's the first frame of the morning. No thoughts of winning it. 71 points behind, with just 59 remaining. But a little bit of table time won't go amiss for the battle ahead.
But yeah, the point you make is spot on, John. Is Ding Junhui now? He's a time served, almost, I don't know if you'd call him a veteran, but he's been at the Crucible now for so many years, totally comfortable out there. As you say, last couple of years losing only to the champion, the eventual champion, Mark Selby. Seen a little interview actually pre-tournament from Ding, and he made a statement in it that I thought was quite interesting. He said, I believe I'm the favourite going to the Crucible this year. I think 2 or 3 years ago it's not something he would have said, but he obviously fancies the job.
Well, you can't be a little bit of confidence. And he's also got a good following now. He reacts with the audience and they enjoy him, and he gets a tremendous reception when he comes in. And as Rob Walker introduced him as the Yorkshire Dragon. But yeah, I think the snooker public in particular have really got a soft spot for him. Well, there's a double that wasn't really wanted. As I say, but I don't really think he's got any thoughts of winning this frame, just wants a bit of table time. He's certainly no thought of winning it now. So
Blue ball.
let's practice a long blue.
Yep. Okay. Xiao Gudong, 1 frame.
And he's
conceded,
turned to referee Brendan Moore. I don't know why he didn't turn to Ding Junhui, but he's conceded to the referee. I assume that means that Ding is now 7-3 in front.
Yeah, no, it's only the break-off, but that is, if you could bottle that break-off, you could sell it for a few quid. Red pushed down below the black, no return to balk. Doesn't want to slip off the edge of the pack here because there's a red at the back of them that might go, but he's judged that well. Good shot, Xiao Gudong. Xiao there. He somehow has to find a way back into this match. Now it's just, you just feel it beginning to slip away. I know it's only 7-3. Very good player. Been around quite a while now. He's been to 1 ranking final, which was the 2013 Shanghai Masters, and he lost to Ding in that final. He's not really kicked on. Highest ever ranking of 19. He's currently ranked 25.
Just run past it. Missed call, but it won't be taken. Because this is a chance for Ding to drop this red in and be nicely on the black. Well, I don't know the way he's looking. Well, maybe he can't hold for the black, but as I say, he won't take the miss. He'll take the pot on.
It might just play a touch easier with the new cushions on as well. Oh, wouldn't have mattered. Right in the heart of the pocket.
1. 4. Five.
It's always nice to see how Ding goes
11.
about making a frame-winning contribution. And he's got an opportunity here. He's got a few loose reds to play for, but
12.
you know the first opportunity you get, he'll try and bring other reds into play. It's funny how people have different styles. I've never been a great lover of his bridge hand. It looks like the cue could come off at any time, but obviously,
90.
you know, proof is in the pudding.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I've always thought it a bit quizzical sort of as well. It doesn't look the most solid, but you know,
20.
but I guess it's a bit like fingerprints. I suppose that everyone's a little different. He cues so smoothly though. Look at this shot. Doesn't overhit it. Just seems to just float the ball in. This time it's just gone wrong, I feel.
Yeah, just didn't get the
27.
cannon on the red as he would like. He wanted to hit it half ball. He hit the join of 2 reds. So that's end of visit.
Ding Junhui, 27.
Didn't make the most of that opportunity. But as I always say, if you pot the ball, if you run out of position, you always get to play the next shot. It's when you miss, when you're in, that could be costly. Nice safety shot that though from Xiao. Match time, just over the 3-hour mark, but it's been entertaining stuff. It's been very good. And as I say, there was one frame. I was doing the match yesterday, and the 3rd frame when Xiao had a good lead, and then he missed when he was in, and Ding Junhui stole the frame with a 68 break, and it just turned the match on its head. Playing this in the middle, is it going to drop down? It's staying high. They don't go in, and the thing is, he thought he could play it a shot for nothing, but look where the cue ball's finished. That's a mistake to leave Ding with an easy starter.
Yeah, there's almost a feeling there that he's at 7-3 down. He's thinking, I'm going to have to make something happen rather than wait for something that's a little more certain. I guess maybe a hint of impatience there with that shot.
1.
But it is tough out there. He's playing one of the very best.
He'd have rather have potted the pink clean, but I think that red's still available near the left middle. And this is a second good chance.
8.
I always think with Ding Junhui, he's somewhat of a throwback of a player. He doesn't overhit shots. He's not the sort of guy that goes in and just pulverizes opponents. It's just pure weight of scoring, and with that tight cue ball, he doesn't have to hit the ball hard.
14.
Plays a very straightforward game, but he's only allowed to do that because of the talent
50.
he has.
Yes, came into this championship, seeded world number 3. And what a bottom half of the draw we've got, because the way it always works, number 1 seed, then number 4 seed
21.
will be in his half. Number 2 seed, which is Ronnie O'Sullivan, will have the number 3 seed in his half. There's been a few
22.
upsets in the top half, but in the bottom half you've got Ding, of course, you've got Ronnie, who got through, you've got Judd Trump, who starts his campaign in the next day or so. Meanwhile,
27.
Ding got nice control of the cue ball, just looking for, well, 3 more of these reds, and that'll get him to snookers required. So when
28.
people look at the draw and say, oh, well, this one and that one, you never know what's going to happen, do you?
No, you sure don't.
Not here, anyway.
Yeah, I think probably in the days of Davis, Hendry winning throughout the 80s and 90s, they would look at, you know, who do I play in the last 16, who am I likely to play in the quarterfinals, and not anymore. And that applies to every player in the draw. They're only interested in the guy they're playing. And look at the cue ball again. Absolutely played it to the inch.
34.
Yeah, just this red and a colour, and it'll be snookers required.
35.
Again, the control here. I know it's an easy little shot, but it's only as easy as you make it. And he makes the game, when he's in good touch, he makes it look ridiculously easy.
40.
This boy.
41.
Yeah, we've always said that the best breaks are the ones where the audience is sitting there thinking, oh, I
47.
could have botted that.
Exactly. Nothing's really happening, isn't it? You just
48.
sort of flicking a few balls in here and there. And the frame is long gone. We're only just over 20 minutes of actual playing time,
54.
and it's already 8-3.
$55.
Try a little exhibition shot. Cue ball in between brown and yellow. I just caught the brown.
And that's what I
61.
mean, he will share a joke with the audience now, which he never used to do a few years ago.
Yeah, this time Joy Gudong stays in his chair. Ding Junhui has dominated the first 2 frames this morning, and he opens up the lead to 8-3.
Well, there's 2 more frames to be played before a mid-session interval. If Xiao doesn't win one of those 2 frames, he's in for an early bath here.
Yeah, quite interesting. It's almost a carbon copy of Ding's break off. It's interesting. You're obviously hoping to leave this red straight along the cushion, which he just about has. Almost playing a little game there with Xiao Gudong, saying, I'm going to leave you this. If I leave it straight, you can't play it. If I leave it, well, not a nice angle, then All the best, have a go. I don't even think that's worth taking on. Do well to get the cue ball out anywhere on the black. Yeah, very risky.
But he played a shot in the last frame and he's played that one. You just feel he's getting a little bit desperate.
One.
And once again, Ding is there and ready to pick up the pieces. He's off again here.
Pot success, 93%, that's good. 83%, well, I think that reflects in the scoreline.
6.
That's not going to win matches at this level.
Seven.
Just play for the loose red here. It's too risky to be playing to cannon into the cluster with a lot of right hand side. It made the black missable. But he'll be looking for a good angle this time because there's no loose reds available. Well, maybe there's one red
40.
just sticking out that could go to the right middle, but I'm certain he'll be looking for a good angle on the black here. Well, he's not got it.
50.
He's not got it, so I don't know whether he's just looking now whether that end red does go to the right middle. If it does, then that's the one he'll play on, because he's not got a good angle on the black to bring anything else into play. But he's had a look at the red near the baulk cushion, which tells me maybe that red doesn't go to the right middle. Well, how did he make that angle? That was amazing. Made it just purely and simply with pace to widen it.
Yeah, but you were right, John, it was borderline, wasn't it?
22.
Oh, what a piece of cueing. Again.
That was as good a split
23.
as you will see from the angle he had on the black.
Yeah, the very fact that he caught the left side of the pack as we look was impressive as well. Because I think if he'd gone into the central area or right-hand side of them, he wouldn't have got much of a split. That was awesome. He's masterful as Ding at picking reds off the edge of clusters. He's almost machine-like the way he goes about these situations. He's got two reds in his own mind. He's got two opportunities
28.
to develop the bunch. Clever again.
29.
Little angle on the pink just to bring a few into play. If he doesn't fancy that, he can play the loose red again. He's got one more chance, but let's see if he can promote a couple here. Oh, you bet he can.
And once again proving that if you're accurate, there's no pocket too tight. Right in the heart of the pocket.
35.
Well, as you mentioned earlier, he did an interview, said he was favourite for the title. And what he's showing here so far this morning, he's in real good stroke. And for
36.
once we give him a compliment, it didn't spoil the next shot.
$43.
Yeah, not far away from the winning line again. Another 25 points. Get to Snooker's required.
44.
He didn't really get into that as he would like, though. He's on the black, but he's not guaranteed to get good position here. Just didn't pot the red in the middle of the pocket. That's what took the pace out of the cue ball. Oh, that little nudge. Well, the smile tells you
51.
he's on nothing easy, if anything at all. Yeah, it looked as though it was going to be a good shot, and then all of a sudden this red came along and just nudged it enough, I think. It brought a smile from Ding, but 51 points the lead. Still 91 remaining. Plenty of snooker left in this frame. Well, looking at this red to the middle, this is tough. This a cute angle with any pace. That's the problem. It's only the pace that's kept it out. And just looking at that again, Alan, it looked absolutely bang in the middle of the pocket, didn't it?
Yeah, the pace kept it out. These pockets are so sharp from that line, so acute. Now, Xiao Guodong, I think he, speculative double. I think he's just settling for a decent safety shot. But that's not the best. Ding might be tempted at it. The only way he'll play this red is if it's the only one he can leave. If he can get the cue ball anywhere near the jaws of the middle pocket, he'll take it on. See, it's pretty. I think it's poker straight this, so it's worth playing. Oh, nailed. Absolutely nailed.
One.
Yeah, and we're right behind the line of the shot. No movement. Make certain you push the cue through straight and fully commit. Okay, you might say, well, the only red he could leave was the one he was playing, but he knew that if he knocked it in, it gives him this frame-winning opportunity. And he's certainly been very impressive so far this morning, as you can see. 97% pot success so far this morning. And he hit that really well, considering he was so close to cushion to get that amount of pace. And the fact that he's nudged this red and knocked it on, you can't begrudge him that. That was not easy.
Thank you. 7.
Red and the black will do. And we'll put him 68 points ahead with just 67 remaining.
10. $17. 18.
So no way back now for Xiao Guodong. It all started so brightly. He won the first 2 frames, was queuing nicely, lost the third one that he should have won.
25.
And it's gone all downhill from that moment on.
26.
And Ding now just 1 frame away from a place in the second round. And all the seeds are on, and we say this, it gets a bit edgy first round
33.
jitters, because best of 19, although it is a lot, they can't wait to get to these 3-session best of 25s, can they?
Yeah, best of 25s, what I call a proper snooker match, isn't it? 3 sessions. 8, 8 and 9. You just feel like you've got a wee bit more leeway to settle your way into the match. But Ding has shown great character in this match. We say 2-0 down, should have been probably 3-0 down. But since then, he's just been the boss. He's dominated. And it's been a good little run out. That sounds harsh to say because it's not impossible that Xiao Guodong could come back, but the touch that Ding's in, it's just doesn't look on the cards.
No, I'm
48.
afraid at the moment you can say that Xiao Guodong is just playing for a bit of pride, and if he can win the next frame, Xiao, he'll take us to the mid-session interval with the match still going, but it could
51.
be highly likely that the next frame could be the last. Good player,
53.
but of course, playing Ding Junhui, he's the main man in China. You know, it's a tough draw.
56.
Well, he's been up and down the table a bit for this break, but it doesn't matter.
60.
2 yellows, 2 greens, 1 brown, 2 blues, 4 blacks.
65.
First pink.
71.
Well, when he's playing like this, he is an
78
absolute delight to
Ding
watch.
Junhui.
He started the match losing the first 2 frames. He's now just 1 frame away from a place in the second round. He leads Xiao Guodong 9 frames to 3.
Thank you. Frame 13. Ding Junhui to break.
I think one of Ding's, well, he has many of them, but one of Ding's great assets that when he is playing well, I think he's totally untroubled by his opponent. It's almost like he's just playing himself out there. Not interested in what his opponent does because he knows that if he plays the way he can, then the other guy's got to play just awesome snooker to have any chance of beating him. A nice state of mind to be in. Every time Xiao Guodong's come to the table this morning, he's got a question to answer, and he's got another one here.
Yeah, we looked at the player's view. There doesn't look to be a return back to the balk end. And the form that his opponent's shown this morning, it puts so much pressure on your safety. You think if I leave him 1 chance, it could be my last one. Well, he probably bent that with a trace aside, but unfortunately he's caught the brown full in the face. Now the brown will make it awkward queuing for Ding. But he doesn't have to do much. If he knocks the red in, the black's available to the opposite corner, but that brown is just where he wants to put his bridge hand. Yeah, and it was just making it awkward enough to cause him to miss the red. He's not missed many this morning.
This red won't look very appetising. Should Xiao take it on? His sum total of points scored this morning is 1, and even that was already potted when he already needed 3 or 4 snookers in frame 1 this morning. Completely frozen out, but credit to him for refusing that. It'd be easy to just take it on and think, oh, I'm beat anyway, I'll just play it. So credit to him. Well, he's gotten away with it, I think, but he's just having a tough time out there.
Yeah, the double kiss could have been costly, but it's not. Now is Ding Junhui taking this on? Looks like. Oh, look at that.
1.
He's buzzing this morning.
just almost breezed it in. I said earlier, he doesn't overpower players, it's just pure precision. Ding. A precise little positional shot for the red. No, he's lost the cue ball this time. And being the perfectionist he is, he's not happy with it.
8.
Yeah, and what annoys him more is after that tremendous opening red that he's not going to get as much. Well, you play this red to the middle, I suppose you can do when you're 9-3 in front, but this is tough. Yeah, I think he just went
Ding Junhui.
for a little
8.
bit of frustration there. So, Xiao, can you take us past the mid-session interval? This is probably the first decent chance he's had early on in the frame this morning. Good luck to you.
One.
Lots of power. Into the side cushion into the reds. Oh, good effort. Well done. Good shot. He's on a couple of reds.
6.
He deserved to be on one, finding that gap. Didn't he? And make no mistake, he's a talented lad, this Xiao Guodong. I remember a match he played this season over in Berlin, the German Masters. He took care of Mark Selby. He outscored him, outplayed him. A brilliant player he is. He's just been kept in his chair.
Good shot. Particularly as he had to play it with a lot of pace to get the cue ball up for the blue. Now he needs one good positional shot here to make this a good chance to make a big contribution. Missed the green, running down, playing for that red just below the pink. Well played, good shot.
12.
Just not far enough, but he's still got the alternative of playing the pink, and there is a red that won't take much control of the cue ball to get on for the opposite corner. You got to do in these situations, just blank the scoreline out of your mind. Easier said than done.
Xiao Guodong. 13.
And Ding was out his chair there like a greyhound out the traps. He wants to get this match over with
1.
before the mid-session interval.
Ding Junhui. 1.
I suppose it happens to every player. They just sort of think they're over the line, lose the concentration, and that won't help. Painkillers, please. Table 1.
Yeah, there's only one winner in that contest.
Yeah. I've seen a few players wrap the knuckles, but not many do it with the head. But he's just annoyed at himself.
Happens in Glasgow all the time, John.
You said it, not me. In a way, that was quite a clever shot. If he'd have found the baulk cushion, he'd have left an easy safety shot for Ding to send the red up the table. But the fact he's left it almost level with the red, it's not easy to play safe now off the red in the baulk end. Did I detect a red mark on his forehead there? I think I did. Yeah, there.
Yeah, he actually did the very same thing earlier in the season. Don't be doing that too often.
No, it just shows you though, he looks so calm, cool and serene. Misses a blue and then all of a sudden banging his head on the table. Well, it's not stopped in pocket.
One.
But I don't want it to become a trend.
Well, pick the bones out of that, boys and girls. What a pot. That's actually clever. That's clever shot playing for this red where the pink is.
Long rest. 5.
Don't expect him to have any difficulty with this red, with nothing to do with the cue ball. Again, the new cushions on this morning just to help this red slip in. Should he catch any of the jaw? You seen it, didn't you?
Thank you.
Caught the near jaw on the way in, but maybe wouldn't have went in last
6.
evening. In fact, it definitely wouldn't have gone. So, one good positional shot. Just down, just below and left of the blue. Has he made it? Well, he's on a couple, but none of them are easy.
12.
Yeah, you just get the feeling he's just lost his concentration slightly. He knows the match, or he thinks the match is in the bag. I'll never take anything for granted. That red struggled in,
13.
but that could be the key one now. Got the frame and match at his mercy.
Yeah, you see, break reach, has to reach 62 to
21.
win the frame at this visit. So 24 points clear. 3 reds.
28.
Let's say 3 reds and a couple of pinks and black. It'd be 22, it'd put him 46 in front.
29.
So he's going to need one of those 3 reds that are close to this black cushion.
$35. $36.
Yeah, he's just about okay. Seems to come off that side cushion a little bit quicker than it went on. So pots this black as 39 points in front with 59 remaining. So 2 reds, 2 colours.
43.
Yeah, nicely floated in.
44.
It looks to be all over bar the shouting now. So there you see it. This red will put him 44
47.
points ahead with just 43 remaining. But nice angle he's got. Bound to be on the black. Well, it was a match
48.
at the start, I've got to be honest with you. Xiao Guodong looked as though he was going to push Ding all the way, winning the first 2 frames. But once Ding got his first frame on the scoreboard, he has been in sparkling
55.
form.
$56.
And we see it so many times with the seeds that they get those first round jitters. Ronnie O'Sullivan was 4-0 down, remember, in his first round match. We've already lost the world #1 world champion. So it is a potential
63.
banana skin for these players. And when you're 2-0 down, you maybe just start to get a little bit worried.
64.
But none of it. Not enough on for a century. You've got to be, well, when you get to the yellow, you have
71.
to be on 73 to make the century with 27 points remaining.
Thank you.
And Xiao Guodong,
73.
well, he's done extremely well, as all the qualifiers do. 3 tough matches.
76.
And I'm certain when the draw came out, he'd have preferred to have played anybody but Ding Junhui.
$80.
Well, he's sending out a statement, is Ding, to the rest of the field. If someone's going to beat me in this championship,
85.
they're going to have to play very well. Semi-finalists last year, finalists the
91.
year before, and a splendid
98.
finish. So Ding Junhui,
Ding Junhui.
a warm handshake from Xiao Guodong. I'm certain wishing him all the best in the rest of the tournament. Believe me, Ding Junhui, and getting a tremendous reception from the Sheffield crowd. The world #3 is a major contender. Mark my words, he runs out a very comfortable winner into the second round, 10-3.
So congratulations to Ding Junhui, safely through to the second round. Our second match sees Ricky Walden taking on Luca Brecel of Belgium. Ricky needs just 4 frames, like Ding, to book his place in the last 16. Did he do it? Let's find out with Alan McManus and Steve Davis.
So it's Ricky Walden then to get us underway in this second and crucial session of this first round match, where Luca Brecel has it all to do. He's the seeded player here. He's had 2 previous Crucible appearances and is yet to win a match, Steve Davis. He's under pressure.
Yes, and up against an incredibly experienced campaigner here at the Crucible.
Quite interesting how yesterday's session went. Ricky Walden scored by far the heavier of the 2 players. All right, he leads 6-3, but Luca Brecel up until frame 9, he made a nice break of 89. Up until then, he hadn't made a 50. You don't say that very often this season, Luca Brecel. Yeah, I think in the early stages this afternoon, look at Brecel is going to have to play a canny game. He's already seen this week Ronnie O'Sullivan and Ali Carter prevailing in the end from a 6-3 deficit, so plenty to cling on to.
Not being disrespectful to Luca's game, but the word canny is not part of his armoury. He's forced his way into the top 16 by playing a very attacking game. And whilst his form is on the ascendancy and Ricky's isn't, I think at the Crucible, experience does count for a lot more than other tournaments. But Luca Brecel is incredibly talented and learning all the time, so a fascinating session from his perspective and from ours.
Yeah. Half chance of a shot to nothing. He just may be worried that if he missed it thin, he'd catch the black on the way back up. So
The temptation, Alan, I suppose, from Luca's perspective is to go out all guns blazing, but just a little bit of patience needed, perhaps. Let's call that a bit thick. May get the green coming to his rescue, though. Colours are nicely bunched over the right-hand side for good safety.
yeah, the point about Luca's game, as you rightly say, Steve, that he's super attacking, as or Ricky Walden. A bit fortunate. I think he held a hand up there. It wasn't intended, but he'll take it. I was about to say about Luca's game, the fact that Ricky knows what Luca's style of game is, there's no need for him to be over ambitious with his shot selection. Oh, that's a poor one. I think part of Ricky's game plan this afternoon will be just, especially the first couple of frames, just hang fire, sit back and hope that the chances come to him. He doesn't have to go hunting early on. Oh, what? Jeez.
Well, Ricky Walden gave him the opportunity to play that shot, but still incredible cueing. And okay, he's not on the colour, but he's got the tactical advantage, and a good safety shot could reap rewards.
Look at Brecel 1.
It's not going to be easy, though. There is a little bit at the pack at the back that Ricky Walden can probably try and nestle in behind. Wouldn't expect him to make a mistake from here. 2 cushions. Luca really didn't want to allow his opponent such an easy escape from that. He could have been tighter perhaps to the brown.
Yeah, they've been forced into giving up the tactical advantage to Ricky. But that crunching long red will just set small alarm bells ringing in Ricky Walden's head. He knows, oh, is this cue ball? I'm right behind this. This is in off.
Foul. Look at Brecel 4.
Ricky, I think, has a red into the right corner. with an element of safety in the shot as well. Expect him to get close for this.
One.
I'll be over the moon with those two shots. What a great
8.
little, little warm feeling inside as a player when you knock in a red like that. The black was no cinch either. And he's now in plum
9.
position. First chance, Walden.
Lovely striker of the cue ball. Not rushed. Beautifully smooth. Really couldn't ask for a better chance than this.
16.
Strange, isn't it? He plays the bad safety shot and gets the reward.
17. $24.
It's just gone a little awry. He's going to have to risk this dead weight red to right middle. Little cannon on the red. Just put him a hair out of position.
The red to the left corner is more certain, but absolutely no guarantee of position. So playing the red to left corner is more chancing to luck. Can't guarantee how this cue ball is going to release from the reds. Oh, it made that look easier.
25.
Didn't look like it was as much of a given as that. Well controlled.
Yeah.
Well read.
You know what? Another one of those players, Ricky Walden, for me, that he had a proper grounding in the game before turning professionally.
31.
He sort of served his apprenticeship alongside the likes of Stephen Maguire,
32.
Ryan Day, Barry Hawkins. They all came through together, learning off one another.
He has suffered in the past with back problems, and that probably goes some way to explaining his rather unusual stance.
38. $39.
Wonderfully judged shot there. And when you see Ricky Walden
46.
cueing as nicely as this,
47.
goes some way to show and explain how well he's done in this tournament over the years. Semi-finalist a few years back, wasn't it? Great performance that was. Disappointed not to get to the final as well.
Sure was. He led, didn't he, for a long way in that final against actually Barry Hawkins, wasn't it? But as you say, good to see him back fit and playing well, and just touching on, as I said, he scored well in that first session. The last 4 frames that he won, he made 100, a 90, a couple of 70 odds. So he's got his scoring boots on, Ricky Walden.
53.
like the way he's going about this. He's not rushing. It's a typical first crucible first frame of a session.
54.
Sensibly, he's weighing everything up. He's normally very quick round the table. This is good rhythm, good start.
$61.
Would have preferred an easier shot than this, but obviously from the position he was on the black, he felt that was the most guaranteed positional route. But this isn't certain.
62.
And that's frame ball. A very important frame, of course, the first of a session. Can often establish a
68.
pattern. It makes Luca Brecel's job even harder.
69.
Ricky Walden will understand the significance of trying to clear these balls, keep his opponent as cold as possible.
$76. 77. Sure.
There's the break so far. 6 blacks, 1 pink, 1 blue now. A very good start this. I think from Luca Brecel's perspective, that you can think in years gone by at the Crucible, a lot of times you could
82.
struggle through matches and perhaps win, but that's a rare beast these days. If you don't play well, 9 times out of 10, you're going to be going home.
83.
So he's got all to do. Obviously 7-3 behind Luca. And he's had a lean period as well. Already seen this week,
89.
the championship so far, the non-seeds, if anything, have had the better of things.
90.
A bunch of them already have won. Graham Dott and Stephen Maguire could have been another 2. They're saying they were 6-3 up, both of them.
95.
It's the strength
97.
and depth of the game these days, though. All the way down the rankings, all the way down to 80s or 90s in the rankings now. Everyone is capable.
100.
Oh, beautiful start by Ricky Walden, the perfect start. As I say, the way he went about the early part of it,
104.
he was studious, took his time, and he's now getting his reward. He were to just open the shoulders and relax and have some fun out there.
109. 115.
The perfect start. Ricky Walden with a flawless 1-2-2. Takes the opening frame of this session and extends his lead. It's now 7-3.
Quiet as you can.
Ricky Walden breaks off in frame 12. 3 more frames for a place in the second round. Perhaps not as comfortable as he was in the first frame, or at the end of it.
Yeah, 7-4 behind, and just looking at the pattern of the way the matches went, look at Brecel as yet has not won 2 frames in a row. I'm just thinking, when you're out there and you're trying to put yourself in the player's position, it's not an easy, but you feel like you're never getting a foothold and bossing any part of the match. You feel like you're just scrapping the odd frame here and there, always fighting.
1.
A nice shot to nothing from Ricky Walden, a relative shot to nothing, but he'll be a bit upset to see that cue ball come too close to the top cushion, not even considering cutting the black back.
Ricky Walden 1.
Misjudged safety shot, so relatively easy safety shot for Luca here.
One.
Nice controlled pot. Didn't blast at it. Reds are not ideally placed. It's got to be a bit careful with position here.
8. Nine.
He's got a saver into the
16.
middle pocket. He didn't play for that one.
Seventeen.
That ran on a bit.
24. $25.
Fast scorer, very naturally gifted player is Luca. And kiss of death.
Luca Brecel, 25.
The kiss of death. Apologies, Luca.
Yeah, here it is again, right across it. I just feel like he's almost out there. Even when he's in the bot, he's still searching for something. I don't know whether it's technical or confidence, but he's definitely searching, and it's not the place you'll find at the Crucible.
That's a nice one to get back in the saddle with. He's tempted on this blue to play maybe a power shot into the pack. It's a bit of an acute angle to be whacking the blue in, but temptation's there. We didn't really hit it that hard.
Luca Brecel, 1.
I think it's just a little bit, sometimes with Luca, he's just got a bit more body movement, and he's a bit long as well. There's quite a long bridge. sometimes he's just not as solid on the shot as perhaps he needs to be. But he'd have expected to get the blue in for certain.
Half shot to nothing. Probably playing a speculative cannon on the black. The cue ball here. Yeah, he played it. It was a good percentage shot, actually. The thing I was saying about searching for your form out there, it's a horrible feeling because you almost, when you're waiting for a chance, you're thinking, well, I wonder what's going to happen the next time I get a chance. You're never sure, whereas when you're in form, you think, okay, I'll work this opening, play a good safety, win that battle, get in amongst it, and peel off 50 or 60. That's the way it's simple. But when you're out of form, you're just always wondering where your next frame's coming from.
And that's not even taking into account the nerves and tension of the crucible. This is a tough shot for Ricky Walden. Oh.
1.
Arguably an even tougher blue, with no guarantees after. That red over the right corner is difficult from the right-hand corner pocket, the green pocket, should he want to play a safety shot. He's looking there with the cue. You can see where he'd like the cue ball, that's for certain. Can he get there from the brown? I mean, that red perhaps is cuttable from the green pocket. Although where he's looking with the cue ball, with that cue there, it looks like he's disregarding the red over the corner. I think it's certainly a safety shot.
Ricky Walden 1.
And he could have Luca in some trouble here. And if he can't see an easy safety, although there is one off the side cushion just to nestle in on that right corner, I think that's a possibility. Luca's the type of player that will just take this on. He's just going for it. He's fluked it. What a fluke.
1.
That's a monster. He's got to make this count now. Really stick the knife in.
Yeah, that's gargantuan as flukes go. The state of the match, 7-4 behind, struggling.
4.
Did that change things?
5.
Every top-class snooker player will know the importance of making this particular opportunity count. He wouldn't want the pink to go on the spot.
Eleven.
Ideally, we'll try and get the blue back into position.
Twelve.
Yeah, he's just not quite landing where he wants to. I wonder if he could play a little drop cannon on the pink. No, he just missed it. He's not ideal on this red.
14.
He's got the cue power to get back up towards the bulk end, but he's going to need it. Dearie dear.
Once again, quite
Look
a
up
lot of
yourself,
body
14.
movement on the shot, during the shot. There's a chance gone begging. As he pulled the cue back, he was already moving his head to build up the effort for the delivery. Pretty loose technique there. But he did have to give it some welly. Ideally, I think Ricky Walden would like to get the blue on the spot and then perhaps pot another blue and release the pink. There's obviously other ways to go about it. This looks to be good.
1.
Wouldn't be a bad idea actually to play for the two reds to the right corner here. It just makes the pot easier as well. Oh, that's what he's done. That is very clever. Good shot. It's just good shot selection. That makes the pot that wee bit easier. Takes the stress out of it.
6.
I don't think the one that's closest to the pink goes, but if it had have done, it would have been ideal.
7.
If he's the right side of the blue, it would help tremendously here.
This has just done this. Hold the spot, blue in the black spot, and he could be in business. Much easier, Steve, isn't it, to release that red and pink from and effectively a black off the spot.
All Ricky Walden's looking at now is how can he release the red from the pink.
12.
Would love an angle on the blue. Low on the blue would be perfect.
13.
He couldn't get there. Looks like he's going to leave it till the last. Would have been better off with this one, but he's still in position. Don't think he tried to shift it there. If he did, he was a way out.
18.
So critical, the position on the blue now.
19.
This looks nice. He's given himself a great chance. No guarantee, though, if he does hit the pink, that he promotes the red into a potable position, but a controlled hit, one side or the other, not centrally.
Yeah, just too much bite on the cue ball.
24.
Now, you see it, just a fraction deep on it. But he's back in the frame, 14 points behind. And he's looking if he can skinny off this red and use green and blue.
I think he's got to make sure he gets the red to the side cushion. He doesn't want to give Luca a sniff at this.
Ricky Walden, 24.
That looks to be ideal. Where's the red? $14 points behind. He doesn't need the black.
Yeah, he's just working that out. Any colour does. think here he'll be playing top side of the blue. If he lands short on it, then all fine and well. Yeah, there you go. Good shot choice again. And he is just short. That's absolutely plumb.
Well, a massive frame in the context of the match, and one that Luca Brecel
6.
should have had.
Eight. Eleven. 15. 20.
So Ricky Walden picks up the pieces. The last red and clearance to the pink to extend that lead to 4 frames once again. It's now 8-4.
Frame 13, Luca Brecel to break.
Luca Brecel breaks off in frame 13. Not wasting much time. Crowd still murmuring from the other table. Caught this way too thick. Has he got lucky? No. So, can Luca Brecel get back some composure?
1.
Just start to play snooker. Forget the scoreline, forget the match. It's hard to say, but just start playing.
Absolutely, it's not a bad ploy. I mean, you've got to find something out there. You know, when you've lost confidence, as I was saying, you kind of, your emotions, you don't know where you are. You don't know where you are in the match. You don't know how you're hitting
6.
the ball. You don't know where your next frame's coming from. Sometimes you just reset, right? Forget the score, forget where I am. Just let's try and play snooker. It's a good,
7.
it's a good point, Steve.
He's very loose. After 3 shots, he's out of position already. Nice
12.
recovery. It's even nicer.
13.
A little deft chip in with the black, and he's got a couple of reds that go into the right corner. He's got to control this nicely, though. He's done that very well. It's just sometimes, for me, a little bit too
20.
casual, but that's the way he's won on the circuit, by just absolutely going for it in that department. So it's hard to criticise.
21.
Well, that's a fantastic shot. Yeah, that's why he's won a ranking event with the talent he's got, but just needs to tighten up a bit as well. It's a tough thing to do.
Luca Brecel 21.
Oh, Luca, I feel for you, pal. It's not happening today.
One.
And be under no illusion about Luca Brecel. He's a little diamond in our game, from continental Europe, coming from Belgium and making his way into the top 16. Or he's going through a tough
8.
spell right now, but it's great to have him on the tour. A great asset we have.
9.
But snooker is a very tough and forgiving sport, especially at the top level. And Ricky Walden will be in no mood at all to be forgiven. Keep your opponent down as long as possible.
16. $17.
Yeah, there's nothing better for your own confidence than seeing your opponent get amongst the balls and then miss an easy shot and slump back in his chair. And even though you're not watching your opponent as he walks back, you feel, you sense
24.
the mood of your opponent, don't you?
Absolutely, you do. It's a huge part of the game that the public never really, obviously you can't see these things, but they never feel it, but it's definitely there. There's a vibe out there, and every match is different.
25.
Look at, has not opened his eyes since he sat in his chair. He knows what's happening. Yeah, but Steve's right. The point is you don't have to look. You just know that if you look up, you're going to see Ricky
30.
Walden on a simple red, dropping it in for the black and going about his business. It's not a nice feeling. We've all been there in the crucible.
$31.
Here's the miss again. Aggressive red previous. Open the pack on and off the cushion. Once again. One step forward and two back, but this has gone wrong.
Well, that was the shot that could have opened this
38.
frame up. If you'd have got right on that red into the left corner, it was a frame winner. Now, a lot more difficult. This is tough. Nicely dropped in.
39.
But now the same shot that Ricky Walden played last time is a lot more difficult, and the black more missable.
Ricky Walden, 39.
This time he got the white perfect, missed the black. Got lucky as well.
Yeah, he's hunting for something here. He's looking at the double. He's in no mood to play a safety shot at present. Look at Brecel.
Well, if he can get a double in, it's not a reckless shot. He can play the cue ball to the top cushion. He's not playing the plant one onto the other, is he? That's a bit more reckless. Desperate to pot a ball, really, isn't he, at the moment? He just wants to get amongst them. Is he playing them one onto the other into the left middle? No, he played the double. It's okay. That's a great shot. Unlucky. Nothing wrong with that. Would have been difficult to have guaranteed a good safety shot down the table anyway.
Yeah, there's minimal risk attached to it. So good shot. Ricky Walden, job number one here, get the red safe. It's not about where the black is. This little passage of play is not about putting your opponent in trouble. Just get the red safe. Good shot. He'll be double happy with that, Ricky. The fact that he's 18 in front, he doesn't need that red.
As you say, Alan, classic example there. He had to make sure he got the red safe. Wasn't so worried about the cue ball there.
Yeah, this will be super thin. Up behind the yellow. Just a hair thick. And has he left it? I think he has.
No guarantee he pots this. He's not been that confident over distance at the moment. Mid-range shot here.
One.
Nicely done. Certainly gives him a chance to get back into the frame. And hopefully for him, a crack at that red on the side cushion. Doesn't have to leave it till the last ball. Could try and break it
8.
open early, but certainly wants to guarantee
9.
position all the time.
$16. 17. $24. 25.
Kick. Although there is the possibility that the cut red, the cut blue, could be very close to a cannon on the red, Alan. It's fairly close, isn't it?
Yes, it's on, and he's got the cue power.
Of course, he could play the blue into the corner and knock the red out.
Yeah,
And
sorry,
s-
yeah, the
both
thin
ways.
cut's almost a natural with just
Yeah.
a trace of left, but he's playing it to the far corner.
Did he drop in behind or trying to break it out? Great shot. The far better option. He got such a kick, he was
30.
straight off on the blue to play it. Tough shot now. And it's in the middle.
31.
Shine some bottle here. Doing the world of good. He's got a couple of
38.
frames to play with. Ricky Walden's not at 9 yet. So some hope for Luca Brecel.
41.
We saw 24 hours ago what happened. 8-5 in front, Sean Murphy. And he lost a decider to Jamie Jones.
45.
I think if I was in Luca's corner, I'd be reminding him of that.
50.
He's very much an inspirational player. Could this be the catalyst that gets him on a run
56.
Luca Brecel
End of
wins the frame.
Look at yourself.
to reduce his deficit to 8-5?
One.
Excellent effort. And whilst he needs a rest, it's a very good chance, even so.
Yes, every credit. You say, Steve, that red was a better shot than it perhaps looked. Just again, any sort of shot in the black.
9. 16. 17.
And for all the fact we've been largely critical of Luca Brecel in this session, he's showing great character out there. Oh, a bit unlucky there. Ricky Walden
24.
hasn't kept his man down. Luca's slowly trying to get back into this match. Another massively important frame. It goes, I think, into the corner. Great shot. Although he's underhit it by half a ball.
He put so much effort into the
30.
pot, didn't he? He didn't quite get through the cue ball as intended, and he's put himself under pressure. This is the last thing he wanted to be playing as this red with the rest. I think he's doing the right thing though, playing it with control for the black. Oh, why hit it so hard? Why hit that so hard?
30.
I think the angle of the red, if he plays it two cushions and tries to stroke it in, the only red he can leave is the one he's playing. I mean, alright, he's behind the cue, that angle may not quite have been there, but why so hard?
Every ball out on the open, under normal circumstances, a formality.
1.
Ricky Walden will sense the importance of this break. Okay, it's not to win the match, but it may go a long
6.
way to winning it.
7.
I think if he clears, Alan does win the match.
Yeah, that's where the smart money would be. And the pink is lovely for Ricky Walden
14.
here. It's like guaranteed plum on the yellow that follows the pink.
15.
So, a clearance to pink, and Ricky Walden will be one away from victory.
21. 23. 26. 30.
Just the wrong side of the blue, so a little bit more distance on this pink, and it does make it missable.
35.
Pressure. Wow.
Ricky Walden, 35.
On the blue there was no problem. On the brown there was no problem. 2 shots later he misses the pink. And he's left it tough, but at least Luca Brecel's got a shot. And a sniff at the frame. Great effort. He's going to be a bit unlucky.
6.
He couldn't really afford to have played that slow. It's a tempter, a thin cut. Will he take it on?
Yeah, it's a big frame. Huge moment now.
Look at Brecel 6.
Yeah, at least he's got second prize. It was far from easy, wasn't it? And at least he's put the onus onto Ricky Walden now. Is he going to play the back heel? I call it the back heel cushion first. Send the black back towards its own spot. I don't think there's quite room behind that.
It's funny on that shot. If Luca had got a lot closer to the black and missed it, I think he'd have stuck it up at that speed. As it was, he missed by such a way that he got the perfect safety shot. I don't think he played that.
Yeah, it's actually easy not to leave a pot here, isn't it? Just push the black onto the side cushion, but you're leaving a double either way, aren't you?
Yeah, the slow push onto the side cushion, the black just past the balk line, but you don't really get any advantage in the tactical department. It's a containing shot. Can he work out a better one? Is he going around the back? Oh, this is tough. Oh, and he's pushed it into the black. What was that? Too sure what he played there.
I think he actually intended to just
Play it.
catch it thinner and similar to the shot that Luca played anyway.
This is thin.
It's there.
Look at Brecel 7 and
The
4.
Belgian bullet queens again. He wins another black hole decider and closes to just 2 behind. It's 8-6.
Tough to land on a red and get anything safe. Be an awful situation to have to blast at it. And that's the last resort, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's all he can do here. There's no way he can rest on a red and not leave something unless he's extremely fortunate.
If he can somehow get to the top cushion to try and flick off a red to get back to balk, that's one half chance, but it's desperation time, I think, now. I can't see a shot at the moment.
Yes, it's the blaster.
Well, you couldn't have been worse. That's 100% the worst position that could have happened out of that. Sometimes you just think, well, I might be better. I can't do any worse than where I am. Look at that. He's opened up the red and the black.
Yeah,
So it sums up his day, I think.
Yeah.
Not that he's been unlucky, it just sums up what looks like it's going to be happening to him. So Ricky Walden really should make the most of this.
1.
It's funny, isn't it? On the other hand, Ricky Walden would have came to the table there and thought, well, that's what you should have left me because I played a good shot. I played a snooker, Jay. Anyway, a genuine chance now to win this framing match. And he couldn't ask for a better one.
8. 9. 16.
Yeah, total points scored. Fast approaching
17.
double that Ricky Walden scored in this match. You have to say, over the piece, he's been far superior in scoring, temperament, everything really. It's been a bad day, bad couple of days for
24.
Luca.
And perhaps understandable that
25.
Ricky has won in better style. He's been lacking in a bit of confidence recently, so any win's a good win. And perhaps this is the match that plays him into a bit of standard. He's got a reward of a best of 25 match coming up should he convert this chance. Just needs that last red off the
33.
table.
Yeah, there's a difference. 27 ahead, so
40.
this formality of a red. You can just about see him over the line, Ricky Walden. Let's spare thought for Luca Brecel.
41.
It's his third visit to the Crucible, actually. And he's going to leave having yet to win a match here. I'm sure he will in the future. Well, I know he will in the future. But it's going to be Ricky Walden's day. It's been not easy, but he's gotten there in the end.
46. 48.
Huge relief getting through the first round. We've all been there, we've all struggled. He's the more experienced of the players here at the Crucible, having been to a semi-final.
51.
He's a class act once he gets going.
55.
As you say, Alan, on reflection, I think probably the more deserved winner.
Yeah.
56. 60.
Yeah, the handshake will
One
come
60.
now.
Frame considered. Frame almost.
Well played, Ricky Walden. It was a tough day, but in the end, he came through a deserving winner by 10 frames to 6.
So another fine day, snooker here at the Crucible, and we're back at 10 o'clock on BBC Two. We shall see former world champion John Higgins get his campaign underway. Until then, bye for now.